in the heat of a summer night in the land of the dollar bill. When the town of Chicago died, well, they talk about it still. Welcome to Crestwood, Illinois and Ozinga Field, as there's a battle for Chicago going on tonight in the rubber match between the Evansville Otters and the Windy City Thunderbolts. The last of a three-game weekday set between the first-place club in the West Division and also the best team overall in the win-loss record in the Frontier League, the Evansville Otters, taking on the Windy City Thunderbolts. It's the forces of the law versus Andy McCauley's Evansville Otters, who are looking to win their third consecutive series here at Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois, on the south side of Chicago. My name is Ryan Brown. Thank you so much for joining me on the Evansville Otters pregame show on the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live, where at 7:05 we'll be carrying first pitch once more in this rubber match between the Thunderbolts and Otters. It was a good one last night for the Evansville club. They won 5-2, evening up the series at one game apiece. They had a marvelous performance from their southpaw Braden Scott, who went a club high
and Recusing
of work on the hill, while also striking out a dozen batters in that Windy City Thunderbolts lineup. So good for them all around. They had plenty to celebrate, and they hope to celebrate a little bit more tonight en route. They will be after this one to Lake Erie, when they will take on the Lake Erie Crushers in Avon, Ohio, just south and on the southern banks of Lake Erie. Once more, you're listening to the Evansville Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live, where we will, in our Evansville Otters pregame show, go ahead and give you a recap of last night's action, to be followed by lineups ahead of first pitch, scheduled at 7:05. The Otters, they were carried to victory last night in that 5-2 final, and they head into, thanks to that victory, tonight's action 3 games up on the Florence Yawls in the Frontier League's West Division with 35 games remaining in the regular season. They're also carrying that right now best win-loss record in the Frontier League, a game and a half up overall in the standings on the Sussex County Miners. The Otters with a win tonight, sporting a 39-22 record, they would become the first team in the Frontier League to reach the 40-win mark. For the Otters, it will be Polo Portella, who currently stands in a first-place tie as the Frontier League's leader in pitching wins, who takes the hill for the Otters in this Thursday night rubber match. Portella, he's carrying a 7-1 record and a 3.73 ERA into tonight's slating after tossing an abbreviated 7-inning complete game last Saturday, July 31st, in a 2-1 victory over the Southern Illinois Miners in Game 1 of a doubleheader in the Otters' last homestand. Portella, he only allowed 2 hits against him in that 7-inning complete game performance. Portella, he's faced the Thunderbolts twice already this season, last going up against the club on July 20th, when he earned the win in a 3-1 decision after limiting the Thunderbolts to 1 run on 5 hits through 6 innings. He's hoping for similar fortunes here at Ozinga Field tonight. Well, last night for the Otters, mentioned earlier, it was a good one. Nice, clean victory for the Evansville Ball Club. They won 5-2, and they did so thanks to the strength of one Mr. Braden Scott, the former IU Hoosier, who propelled them to victory with an 8-inning, 12-strikeout performance. Last night's result was able to even the weekday series at 1 game apiece. And the Otters, they were the first to take a lead in that one for the second night in a row, but had to wait until the 4th inning to do so, since Southpaws Braden Scott and Miguel Asua traded 3 scoreless innings to start the evening. The Otters, they broke through for 3 runs in the 4th after back-to-back hits from Elijah McNamee and J.R. Davis set up a walk to Riley Crane that would load the bases for Andredi Cordero. Cordero, in that AB, he lifted a ball to right field that brought McNamee home to score on the sac fly, giving the Otters a 1-0 lead. In the next at-bat, Andy DeJesus would single home Davis from third with a ground ball through the left side of the infield before a walk to Miles Gordon would load the bases again, the second time in the inning, ahead of Christopher Pujols. Pujols, he would walk right after Miles Gordon with 2 outs to drive home a run. And it was after that point that the Otters led 3-0. The Thunderbolts, they weren't going to go quietly, though, in the 4th. And they answered in their home half of that inning by loading the bases off of Braden Scott for Jack Struntz to single home the Thunderbolts' lone runs of the ball game with a 2-out single to right. After 4, Evansville led 3-2. Then, for the next 2 innings, both clubs would go on another scoring hiatus until Elijah McNamee drove in the last 2 runs of the ball game for the Otters with a 2-out single that plated Pujols and Gordon from second and third. Braden Scott, he'd wrap up his night by retiring the Thunderbolts in order in the 8th, establishing 2 new season-high single-game marks on the club by picking up 12 strikeouts and working through 8 innings. That is also a professional career high for Scott. Both of those 2 little statistical features there. Logan Sawyer came on in the 9th inning to lock down his league-leading 16th save of the season, sending the Otters to a 5-2 victory, their 39th of the season. Scott, he earned his 5th win of the year while Miguel Asua took the loss. The Otters, they enter play with a 39-22 record, 3 games up on the 36-25 Florence Yalls. 7.5 games behind the Otters are the Southern Illinois Miners and the Gateway Grizzlies, 11.5 back in the Frontier League's West Division. The Windy City Thunderbolts with a loss last night. The Schaumburg Boomers, they also lost, so the Thunderbolts remain 9 games back of the Boom Crew in the Frontier League's Central Division. Sussex County, they're a game and a half back of the Otters in the overall standings. If you're concerned about whether who will be a home team or a road team in the Frontier League's playoff bracket, well, the Sussex County Miners, they are a game and a half back of the Otters overall. They sport a 37-23 record, first place in the Northeast Division in the Frontier League, 5.5 up on the Washington Wild Things. The Tri-City Valley Cats, they have a 500 record, 30-30. In the Atlantic Division, they are 2 games ahead of the New York Boulders. Tonight, Polo Portela will take the hill for the Otters, 7-1 his record, 373 the earned run average. And top 10 pitcher in the Frontier League, Tyler Thornton, carries a 4-6 record, a 297, a sub-3 earned run average. The right-hander for the Thunderbolts, set to go to work against the Otters. You're listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show on the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for tonight. First, for the home team, Windy City Thunderbolts, it's Peyton Robertson getting the start at the hot corner. He leads things off. He will be wearing number 24. Bryn Martinez, switch hitting shortstop. He will bat second from the left side against the right-hander Polo Portela. Jairus Richards, he swings it from the left side, playing out in center field, getting the start in the 3-hole tonight. Dan Robinson, he gets knocked down to the cleanup spot. He's playing out in right. He also swings it left-handed. Rob Weishire plays over at first for the 3rd night in a row. This time, however, he is batting 5th. Zach Rakusin, he's playing out in left field, and he hits 6th. Donovan Williams makes his Frontier League debut, playing for the Windy City Thunderbolts over at the second base position, also batting in the 7th spot. Peyton Isaacson hits 8th. He will catch and hit from the left side of the plate. Zach Taylor, right-handed batter, DHs, rounding things out in the 9th spot in the order. And on the mound for the Thunderbolts, it's the righty, Tyler Thornton. Once more, he's sporting the 7th best earned run average, right behind Braden Scott in the Frontier League, 2.97 his ERA, looking for his 5th win. On the mound for the Otters, it'll be Polo Portela. He leads the Frontier League in wins, tied for that spot, at least a 5-way tie in the Frontier League. He is also 5th in the league in strikeouts. He makes another start for the Otters tonight, and he hopes that his lineup behind him will get to work quickly in the top of the 1st. Miles Gordon will lead things off, playing out in center field and batting for the left-handed batter's box. Andy DeJesus, the switch-hitting shortstop, hits 2nd, to be followed by J.R. Davis, playing over at 2nd. Riley Crane, the former Windy City Thunderbolt, he will bat 4th and play over at 3rd, the left-handed hitter for the Otters. Elijah McNamee, he's playing out in right field. He's hitting 5th, to be followed by Dakota Phillips, playing over at first base and swinging it left-handed. Jose Pujols gets the start as the DH, hitting 7th, to be followed by Michael Gangwish, the Otters' number 8 batter and catcher, who is also a left-handed hitter. Andrew Penner's playing out in left field, and he rounds things out in the Otters lineup, batting 9th. There are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup against the Evansville Otters and the Windy City Thunderbolts from Mozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois. We'll step aside briefly on the Otters Digital Network to return with a little highlight recap of last night's action ahead of a 7:05 first pitch here on the south side of Chicago. You're listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show on the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
CenterPoint Energy's newest generation of safe, efficient energy includes capturing and harnessing the natural power of pure sunshine. We are increasing solar in our balanced and reliable energy mix as we power our region with more clean, renewable energy. We're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business while reducing carbon emissions and helping create a cleaner environment. It's just a little something for your smart energy future.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
Off of first. Nobody out in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Cordero. Big swing it was. Fly ball to right. Robinson back. Should be deep enough to score McNamee. Robinson, the throw will go to third. It'll be a sac fly for Andredi Cordero as the Otters take a 1-0 lead in the top of the fourth. Here's the 1-1. And it's a ground ball through the left side of the infield. RBI base knock for Andy DeJesus. Scores J.R. Davis from third. The Otters now with a 2-0 lead. Here it is. Taking indeed he is, and the pitch misses inside as Miguel Ochoa walks in a run with 2 out in the top of the fourth. Otters now lead it 3-0. Here comes the pitch. Wave and a miss for strike 3. 9 Ks for Great Scott as he's through 6 with a 1-run lead, having allowed just 2 hits. Another 2-strike pitch, the 2-2. And it's lined into center field. There's a base hit. Gordon will score. Around third is Pujols, and the throw to the plate is not in time and not handled cleanly. McNamee, who will be also trying to advance to second and is tagged out, has given the Otters a 5-2 lead with a 2-run single in the top of the 7th. And therefore career high for the rookie. The 0-2, make it 12. The fastball up and away, and Braden Scott is dealing. 2 out, here's the 0-2. And it's popped up right side. Gangwish has a look. Looks like he might have some room going to the wall. He's got it. He gloves it for the final out of the ball game. The Otters are 5-2 winners in the second game of this series. Logan Sawyer picks up his 16th save as that one went swimmingly. Welcome back to Crestwood, Illinois, Ozinga Field, as the Evansville Otters are set to square off against the Windy City ThunderBolts in a rubber matchup between these two clubs across the Central and West divisions of the Frontier League. The Evansville Otters, led by their skipper Andy McCauley, they sport the best record in the Frontier League by a game and a half. 17 games over 500 for the second time this season, looking to make it 18 for the first. They would also, with a win tonight, become the first club in the Frontier League in the 2021 regular season to reach the 40-game win mark. On the hill for the Windy City ThunderBolts will be the big and tall right-hander Tyler Thornton, who is making his 13th start of the season for the T-Bolts. He carries a 4-6 record and a sub-3 earned run average, good for 7th best in the Frontier League. 297 his mark, 60 strikeouts through 72 2/3 innings of work, 61 hits, and 23 walks. The Otters, they scored 5 runs last night on the strength of 8 base hits, and they hope to get it started early. They were able to scratch across a couple of first-inning runs back on Tuesday night, and they hope for similar fortunes here. Their lineup, in case you haven't gotten it down yet, you got your scorecards out. Here it comes once more. Miles Gordon to be followed by Andy DeJesus and J.R. Davis, 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. They hope they'll be able to extend it to cleanup man and former Windy City Thunderbolt himself, Riley Crane. Elijah McNamee bats 5th to be followed by Dakota Phillips, their first baseman, as Jose Pujols stages in the 7th spot. Michael Gangwish will catch and hit 8th, and Andrew Penner bats ninth. Ryan Brown alongside you here at the press box at Ozinga Field. The final matchup between these two teams in Crestwood, Illinois this season, and the third of a 6-game road trip that spans Lakes Michigan and Erie. We're about set for baseball here on the south side of Chicago as Miles Gordon strolls towards home. The Otters, they're in their road grays, and the Windy City Thunderbolts, they're wearing their alternate dark blues. You might even call them indigo. I might just be colorblind, though. Never got that one checked. Tyler Thornton on the hill. 6'4", 240-pound right-hander out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. Gordon stands in. Taps home. Grips the bill of his helmet. We're ready for baseball. The line, the first pitch. Showing bunt, pulling back, and taking a fastball up and away is Miles Gordon for ball one. 1-0 the count on Gordon. First pitch coming across at 7:06. 80 degrees and sunny. A perfect night for baseball. Here is the 1-0. Once more. Gordon shows bunt and the strike call on the outside part of the plate by home plate umpire August Farwig. August Farwig calling balls and strikes. Kevin Furman at first. Keith Rogowski roaming around third. Now the 1-1 to Gordon. Fastball upstairs. Gordon bending out of the way. 93 miles per hour from the 6'4" right-hander Tyler Thornton. Playing in his second season with the Windy City Thunderbolts. Third overall in the Frontier League. Now the 2-1 is lifted up and back out of play. 2-2. And the Otters leadoff man, Miles Gordon. Gordon, he was dropped down to the 8th spot last night, facing a lefty in Miguel Asua. And it was a fine night at the plate for him. 0 for 1, but reached base safely. The 3-3 passes. The 2-2. Off speed, change. Good take from Gordon as it misses outside. The Otters leadoff man now has a full count, 3-2. Andy DeJesus waits on deck. Gordon, the side shuffle in the left-handed batter's box. Thornton winds to the belt. And here's a shallow pop to left. The shortstop, Bryn Martinez, is calling off the left fielder, Zach Rakusin, who goes down to the seat of his pants to get out of the way. Martinez makes the catch for the first out of the ball game. Here is the defensive alignment for the Windy City Thunderbolts. Zach Rakusin's in left, Jairus Richards in center, Dan Robinson in right. Captaining the infield and making the last play was Bryn Martinez at short. Peyton Robertson over the hot corner at third. Donovan Williams makes his Windy City Thunderbolts debut at second. Rob Weishire at first, and catching Tyler Thornton is Peyton Isaacson. Now it's Andy DeJesus' turn. First pitch, little cutter. Called a strike on the inside part of the plate on DeJesus. DeJesus in the series, he's 2 for 8. Had an RBI base knock a night ago. Driving home the Otters' second run. Now the 0-1. DeJesus goes to show bunt, and the pitch misses inside 94, the fastball from Tyler Thornton. DeJesus coming into this one with a .315 batting average. 21 runs driven in, 14 stolen bases. He can get on. 1-1, shows bunt, it's a good one. He pushes it to the third baseman. Tough play for Robertson. The throw to first, though, gets DeJesus by half a step. Might have pushed it just a tad too hard, but a great play made by Peyton Robertson. Charging in from third. Nice transfer. Even better throw, and quickly 2 are down in the top of the first. Tyler Thornton pitched just about all over the place in college. He now faces J.R. Davis. First pitch fastball up and in, and going down to a seated position in the right-handed batter's box is J.R. Davis, who nods his head. Things might have gotten a little chippy last night as it was Zach Rakusin who took exception to being plunked twice. The 1-0 misses low and in. 2-0, so you never know. There just been a high inside fastball to J.R. Davis. The line, the 2-0. Grip to the right, foul and out of play. Thornton spent time not only at Tennessee Wesley in 2017, a year ahead of Dakota Phillips, who played there in 2018. But Thornton was also at Faulkner University in the NAIA, but also the College of Charleston and Spartanburg Methodist. The 2-1 is lifted, foul and away. Thornton, a 2019 All-Star in the Frontier League, looking for a 1-2-3 top half of the first. J.R. Davis bats with a 2-2 count and 2 out in the inning. The 2-2, ground ball, right side. Donovan Williams over, sidearm to first, and 1-2-3. Go the Otters in their half of the first inning. Tyler Thornton on the hill. We head to the bottom of the first. Polo Portella to take the mound. Evansville Otters nothing. Thunderbolts coming to bat. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
Fix up your home with Heritage. Our home improvement financing options can help you change your home now and pay for it over time. Upgrade your home. Make home repairs. Remodel a kitchen. Build a new deck. Add a new room. Remodel your bath. Update appliances. Whether it's a small weekend project or a large renovation, Heritage Federal Credit Union can help you finance your improvements today. Fix up your home with Heritage.
Welcome back to Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois, as the Evansville Otters, they're taking on the Windy City Thunderbolts, and they're going to have to hope to hold them scoreless in the bottom of the first if they want to take a chance at an early lead in the top of the second. Polo Portella on the hill for the Otters. He'll be facing Peyton Robertson, Bryn Martinez, and Jairus Richards to lead things off. To be followed by Dan Robinson, Rob Weishire, Zach Rakusin, 4, 5, and 6. And then in the latter third, it'll be Donovan Williams, Peyton Isaacson, and Zach Taylor. First Peyton that Polo Portella faces. Stands in, and first pitch swinging. He lines it down the line and left. Over is Andrew Penner to cut it off, and a nice job by him will keep Peyton Robertson satisfied with a leadoff single in the bottom of the first inning. Polo Portella, that is the 73rd hit, allowed by the Otters right-hander, making his 13th start of the season, carrying the 7-1 record, 373 earned run average. Defensive alignment for the Otters, Penner's in left. Just cut off that baseball. Miles Gordon in center. Elijah McNamee in right. Riley Crane over at third. Andy DeJesus at short. J.R. Davis at second. Dakota Phillips at first. First pitch to Bryn Martinez. A called strike on the outside part of the plate. Martinez, the switch-hitting shortstop, was showing bunt. He had pulled back. But August Farwig saying it's strike called. On the outside part of the plate. Received by Michael Gangwish. Portella set at the belt, throw over to first. Diving back safely is Peyton Robertson. Polo Portella comes into this one in a first place tie for the Frontier League lead in wins, 5th in strikeouts. He's got 63. Another throw over here. Tag applied by Dakota Phillips. Safe call from Kevin Furman. Portella, as he leans in, he lets that right arm dangle. comes set, now the 0-1. Fastball, liner to J.R. Davis. Snap back throw to first. And I don't think they were going to get Martinez, who had frozen on the liner and dove back to first. Dakota Phillips went down to a knee to field the throw from J.R. Davis. And Adam Ball serves as the first out at the bottom of the first. 0-0 our score. Jairus Richards. He now stands in. Richards' first 2 games of this series, he was in the 5 spot, but he has been moved up since, hitting third against Polo Portela. First pitch, off speed, called a strike on the outside part of the plate by August Farwig. Jairus Richards, he's 2 for 8 in the series, but overall now in these two clubs' 9th matchup, the Otters have done a fine job against him. They're over to first. They've limited Richards to batting 6 for 28. It's a .214 batting average, but when he has reached base safely, he has been a menace on the base paths against the Otters. 0-1, runner goes, pitches a called strike, and throwing his helmet, but not the baseball, is Michael Gangwish. He will allow Peyton Robertson to slide into second uncontested with a stolen base. Sometimes that's the best decision for a catcher. No need to test it, especially knowing he had just gotten the strike call to put Richards down in the hole 0-2. Much more important is getting the second out here in the form of Jairus Richards. 0-2. Wave and a miss at the off-speed pitch. 2 down now in the bottom of the first as Polo Portela picks up his first K. Looked like Portela pulled the string. The off-speed came in molasses-like slow, 71 miles per hour. Off the upper 80s fastball from Portela. Had Richards well out in front, nearly going down to a knee. Now it's Dan Robinson, left-handed batter. Runner at second, 2 out. Throw behind the runner, and Andy DeJesus, the shortstop, valiant effort trying to apply the tag. Peyton Robertson jokingly went to apply a swipe tag of his own back to Andy DeJesus as DeJesus left the bag after the pickoff attempt. First pitch to Robinson is a breaking ball that's bounced off Gangwish. Gangwish had blocked it well, but the ball caromed so far off him, off the third base line, that Gangwish had no throw. The base runner Robertson advancing to third on the wild pitch. After the bounce breaking ball, here comes the 1-0 to Robinson. There's a strike. 89 the fastball from Polo Portela. Sacramento, California native and former University of the Cumberland's product. Reverse that, Cumberland University. It's not like he's been on the club all year or anything. Here comes the 1-1. Back to the fastball. This time it misses just low at 90. Dan Robinson, 1 for 5 in the series, though he has walked 3 times. Comes in hitting .269. Leads the club with 5 home runs. 2-1, off speed. Missing just low and away. Now a 3-1 count on the Thunderbolts right fielder. Rob Weishire is on deck. Electing not to challenge Robinson. They go with a backdoor breaking ball, and they get a strike in the outside corner. Now the count is full on Robinson. The former Los Angeles Dodgers product in Central Michigan, Chippewa. 3-2. Bounced in the turf. Ball forward to Robinson. There will be runners at the corners. Well, you wouldn't expect perhaps an intentional workaround as early as the bottom of the first inning. It may be worth knowing that Rob Weishire, who stands in now, is 5 for his last 31. So he is 2 for 8 in the series. First pitch to him. Breaking ball. Fouled back to the netting. 0-1. Couple of rookies going at it now. Polo Portela in his first professional season. So too is Rob Weishire. Weishire out of Hofstra University. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball. Misses outside. Ganglish pops out of the crouch to receive it behind the left-handed batter's box. 1-1. Portela looking to jump ahead, the 1-1. And he will, as the 1-1 breaking ball is lined softly toward the Otters dugout. Otters outfielder and designated hitter John Schultz, who's currently on the injured list. Well, I won't say he fielded it cleanly, but in his defense, he's usually got a glove when he's got to field a baseball. 1-2 with 2 out. Misses just below the knees. 87, the fastball from Portela. Tried to dot the lower inside edge. Held onto it a split second too long. Portela trying to keep things scoreless through the first. Runners at the corners, 2 out, the 2-2. Wave and a miss for strike 3. Polo Portela. A couple of Ks helped get him out of the first unscathed. Top of the second on its way. 0-0 our score. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Cheer up, Evan. This rain will be out soon. You should download the 14 First Alert app and see for yourself. You can see what's coming up to 7 days in advance, or you can break it down hour by hour. Check out live radar so you can see what's happening in real time. And you can watch 14 News live directly from the app. See, there's nothing to worry about.
Stay in the game with the 14 First Alert app.
If you're looking for a liquor store in Evansville, look no further than Liquor Locker. The Liquor Locker has the best selection at the best prices, including the largest craft beer and bourbon selection in the area. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the beer, wine, and liquor you need for any occasion. And check out the fine selection of cigars at all Liquor Locker stores. Liquor Locker is now open Sundays 12 to 8 p.m. and offers citywide delivery. Visit one of our 10 conveniently located stores in the Evansville area today. There is always something for everyone at the Liquor Locker.
You live by what's right. It's part of who you are and what drives you to always do more, to give more. At Old National, we get it. We're the bank built on integrity and community. The bank named a world's most ethical company for the last 10 years. The bank that focuses on your financial goals every day. Because your success is everything. And that's why we're here. You live by what's right. And at Old National, we bank by it. Find us at oldnational.com/locations. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois. Top of the second inning on its way. 0-0 our score. Otters went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first, facing Tyler Thornton. Once more, the 7th best pitcher in the Frontier League, according to the ERA leaderboards. Riley Crane, Elijah McNamee, and Dakota Phillips will get things started in the top of the second inning against this tough slating Tyler Thornton. Riley Crane doubled last night. First pitch to him is a fastball that misses up and away. 1-0. Crane comes in 5th in the league in homers with 11 and tied for second with 50 runs driven in. Here's the 1-0. Had a nice little movement there. Did the 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Good spin, but misses low and away. Attacking Crane on the outside half. What do they go with? 2-0. Here it is. Grounded foul to first. Ahead of the 88-mile-per-hour pitch from Thornton. Thornton with the fastball. He can touch the mid-90s. See if he goes off speed after offering 3 hard ones. 2-1. Might have taken a little something off it. 86 misses outside, and Crane is in a good hitter's count now, 3-1. To Crane. 92. Foul tipped in and out of the catcher Peyton Isaacson's glove. Now the count full on the Otters' third baseman tonight, Riley Crane. Good crowd on hand in the Thursday night setting as the sun begins to set here at Ozinga Field. The 3-2. One-hop shot past the sliding second baseman Donovan Williams into the right center field gap. It'll be extra bases for Crane, who will hold up at second, leading off the inning with a double. His second in back-to-back nights. Crane picks up his 14th double of the season. Overall, his 26th extra base hit, ahead of Elijah McNamee. 3 for 8 in the series so far. He's driven in 2. Both came last night. On a 2-strike single to center field. Gave the Otters a 5-2 lead, which would stand as the final. First pitch to the Otters right fielder. He's there for a strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. McNamee comes in with the 5th best batting average in the Frontier League. Hitting over 330, 335. 6 homers, 36 ribbies. The 0-1. Grounded right back to Thornton. He's going to try for third, and Riley Crane will be tagged out by Peyton Robertson ahead of the bag. And that's a tough way to go for out number 1.
First baseman, number 7, Dakota Phillips.
Otters looked like they were going to get away with the base running gaff, perhaps scot-free, as Thornton had a little hesitation on the mound before he threw over to Robertson, but the throw was right there, and Crane, though he tried to spin move away from the tag, knew his time was up. 1 out on the 1-5 fielder's choice. McNamee at first. Here is Dakota Phillips. First pitch to him. There's a called strike, 92 on the gun. Thornton just pounding the zone with fastballs. Dakota Phillips, night off last night. 0-1, hard hit. Ground ball to third on a short hop. And we have a couple of different calls here. The third base umpire, Keith Rogowski, said it was a short hop picked by Peyton Robertson, but coming on to argue things now is Thunderbolts manager Brian Smith. Wants to say he caught it on a line. Peyton Robertson certainly thought so. But Elijah McNamee, he advanced to second on what was the call. If he doesn't head over toward the second base bag on that play, well, then the Thunderbolts can turn 2. And now Rogowski is going to talk things over with home plate umpire August Farwig and Kevin Furman. McNamee, the base runner at first, he has to go off of what the umpires call, not necessarily what happened. So to overturn this, yeah, they won't. and say that McNamee was doubled up at the first base bag would be a very tough break. So it goes as a 5-3 ground ball. McNamee now at second. Two down in the inning. Here is Jose Pujols. Second baseman Donovan Williams shading. First pitch, fastball, called a strike, up and in on Pujols. Pujols getting his first action of the series. Making his 10th start with the Otters. He's 1 for 27. Thornton set at the letters. Here's the 0-1. Behind the 94-mile-per-hour heater, 0-2. Thornton, he's trying to spoil the Otters' leadoff double in the inning. Pujols down on the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Good take, misses low and away. Pujols' brother Christopher started last night in left. McNamee off second, the 1-2 with 2 out. Looked like a slider, missed low and away. Now even on the Otters' designated hitter, Pujols. Pujols had a big RBI double in the last Otters homestand. Homestand in which they went undefeated, 7-0. Now the 2-2 with 2 out. Wave and a miss. Can't catch up to the high fastball. Nope. Pardon there. Called. It's a foul tip. That missed right in front of Peyton Isaacson, in and out of the glove. August Farwig, the home plate umpire, picking up the foul tip, so Jose Pujols has some more life in him yet in this AB. The 2-2. Fastball misses away. And now the count runs full from being down 0-2. Pujols has now worked a payoff pitch. Michael Gangwish waits on deck. Thornton looking to keep things scoreless. Here's the 3-2. McNamee breaks for third, and it's fouled back to the netting. Pujols able to foul away 94. Hard hit liner to an outfielder. Otters wanted to make sure they were going to score. Thornton set once more out of the stretch. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Down on strikes goes Pujols, and Tyler Thornton able to leave Elijah McNamee in scoring position. We played 1.5, 0-0 our score. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Every 6 minutes, a utility line is damaged due to reckless digging. So Indiana relies on these 811 superheroes. Derek the Builder.
I dig for a living, but I always contact 811.
Mary the Gardener.
Before I plant a tree, I contact 811.
And Mike the Contractor.
I contact 811 before I do my work.
Prevent damage or injury. Call 811 anytime or go online 811now.com. This message is sponsored by the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission and this station.
CenterPoint Energy's newest generation of safe, efficient energy includes capturing and harnessing the natural power of pure sunshine. We are increasing solar in our balanced and reliable energy mix as we power our region with more clean, renewable energy. We're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business while reducing carbon emissions and helping create a cleaner environment. It's just a little something for your smart energy future.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
Bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Zach Rakusin. It's a big breaking ball. That tracks across the strike zone. Outer edge. Called a strike. 0-1. Polo Portela on the hill. In the zip ball game, Zach Rakusin to be followed by Donovan Williams and Peyton Isaacson. Here's a liner out toward the left center field gap. Diving, and did he hold on? Yes, he did. Andrew Penner flying into the left center field gap with some airtime. He makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the second. Andrew Penner, full extension. Takes away extra bases from Zach Rakusin. Two pitches, one out. Here's Donovan Williams. His first at bat as a Windy City Thunderbolt. He takes a strike on the fastball inside part of the plate, 0-1. Donovan Williams, who began 2021 as the 0-1 is fouled back and to the right onto the main concourse with the Palm Beach Cardinals. In the Southeast Low A League, the St. Louis farm system. Now the 0-2. Breaking ball, misses low and away. Can't get Williams to chase. He hit .226 with a home run and 12 ribbies through his entire minor league career. He was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals as the 1-2 is cut on and missed. The breaking ball gets the best of Williams back in 2017. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the second. Peyton Isaacson. Thunderbolts left-handed catcher will get to hit. With 2 out and nobody aboard. Isaacson, the former Joliet Slammer. First pitch. Foul to the backstop, 0-1. Right on the fastball there was Isaacson. Had made his professional debut with the Slammers back in 2019, was a teammate of Riley Crane, and then played with them in the City of Champions League. The 0-1 change from Polo Portela, misses away. Now even at 1-1. Back to an off speed, 73, called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Portela ahead 1-2, looking for his 4th strikeout. The wind, the delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. How about that off speed to get Isaacson well out in front. 2 Ks in the inning for Polo Portela. The Thunderbolts go down 1-2-3. Top of the third on its way. 0-0 our score. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid. We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
Fix up your home with Heritage. Our home improvement financing options can help you change your home now and pay for it over time. Upgrade your home. Make home repairs. Remodel a kitchen. Build a new deck. Add a new room. Remodel your bath. Update appliances. Whether it's a small weekend project or a large renovation, Heritage Federal Credit Union can help you finance your improvements today. Fix up your home with Heritage.
Here comes the all-time leader in home runs at the Colorado School of Mines, Michael Gangwish. He's leading off the top of the third, facing Tyler Thornton and the Thunderbolts. Tie ball game, zip-zip, first pitch, 92-mile-per-hour fastball, called a strike on the lower outside edge. Gangwish, Penner, and Gordon to bat, 8, 9, and 1. Otters one hit through their first two trips at plate. 0-1. Ahead of a changeup well placed. 84 miles per hour, low and away. Gangwish comes into this one, having reached base safely in each of his first 8 starts. The 0-2, cut on and missed for the strikeout. Right back to the split-fingered change. 3 pitches, 1 out, 1 strikeout for Tyler Thornton. Back-to-back Ks going back to the second. Andrew Penner went 1 for 3 in his start Tuesday night. Had a pinch hit appearance last night, going 0 for 1. First pitch breaking ball is a called strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Penner hitting .266 overall on the season, but to give you a sense of how much better he's hit with the Otters than his early start with the Wild Things, as the 0-1 is slapped out of play to the right. Penner is hitting .282 with the Otters, so his start with the Wild Things able to bring his average down about 18 points. The 0-2, this is up and away. Off speed 79, says the radar gun, out in right center field. Now the 1-2. And that split finger change misses low below the knees. 2-2. Penner with the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the offering from Thornton. Swing and a miss. Fastball, top of the zone, gets the best of Penner. Now 3 straight strikeouts for Thornton.
Center fielder number 6, Miles Gordon.
He's got 3 total all told, and Miles Gordon will try his best to put a ball in play. Thornton has a sign, the wind, the delivery. 93. Low below the knees, just off the plate, 1-0. Tyler Thornton, he's making his second start against the Otters this year. Now the 1-0. is there for a strike. He last pitched against Evansville at Bosse Field on June 19th, when he went 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, but only 3 of them earned on just 4 hits. The 1-1 low, they'll appeal down to third. No swing, says Keith Rogowski. I'm sure Otters manager Andy McCauley was watching him closely on that one. Gordon ahead, 2-1. The pitch is a ground ball hit out toward Donovan Williams at second. He throws to first. And 1-2-3 go the Otters in the top of the third. Still scoreless at Ozinga Field. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Fix up your home with Heritage. Our home improvement financing options can help you change your home now and pay for it over time. Upgrade your home. Make home repairs. Remodel a kitchen. Build a new deck. Add a new room. Remodel your bath. Update appliances. Whether it's a small weekend project or a large renovation, Heritage Federal Credit Union can help you finance your improvements today. Fix up your home with Heritage.
Cheer up, Evan. This rain will be out soon. You should download the 14 First Alert app and see for yourself. You can see what's coming up to 7 days in advance, or you can break it down hour by hour. Check out live radar so you can see what's happening in real time. And you can watch 14 News live directly from the app. See, there's nothing to worry about.
Stay in the game with the 14 First Alert app.
You live by what's right. It's part of who you are and what drives you to always do more, to give more. At Old National, we get it. We're the bank built on integrity and community. The bank named a world's most ethical company for the last 10 years. The bank that focuses on your financial goals every day. Because your success is everything. And that's why we're here. You live by what's right. And at Old National, we bank by it. Find us at oldnational.com/locations. Member FDIC.
Zach Taylor leads off the T-Bolts half of the third. The first pitch from Polo Portela is popped up on the infield. Riley Crane calling for it. He's on the edge of the infield turf. And he makes the catch right in front of Andy DeJesus for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Can you spell efficient? I probably couldn't. We now turn to Peyton Robertson, who singled his first time up. Nothing ball game in the bottom of the third. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live. Brian Brown with you from the press box at Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois. Polo Portela, he's set down 5 in a row. Picked up 4 Ks. First pitch slider is a called strike on the outside part of the plate to Robertson. Might call it a slurve as it comes across at 74 miles per hour. Oh, wanted to hold up, but the breaking ball induces a swing from Robertson, says home plate umpire August Farwig. Pointing to the bat, saying yes, he went. Now the 0-2. Another breaking ball has Robertson going down to a knee as he swings through it like butter. Now there are 2 down as Portela picks up his 5th strikeout.
Bryn Martinez.
And right now, he is running roughshod through these Thunderbolts hitters. See what Bryn Martinez can do. First pitch. Misses apparently low, 88 miles per hour from Polo Portela. Martinez, his first time, he lined out to second. Portela making his 3rd start against the Thunderbolts. The 1-0 misses away. Last pitched against the Thunderbolts in their last road trip here to Windy City. As the 2-0 fastball is foul-tipped into the catcher Ganguish's glove. When he went 6 innings and allowed only 1 run on 5 hits, 6 strikeouts to 2 walks. Martinez still ahead in the count, the 2-1. Fastball misses just off the plate. Then when the Otters hosted the Thunderbolts on June 20th, Portela went 6, allowing 3 runs in a quality start, striking out 3 and walking 1. The 3-1 is fouled back to the netting, just about where our press box sits here. Off to the left to home. Now with 2 out, the 3-2. Loses him as the fastball misses up and away. Martinez will trot down to first on the second walk issued by Polo Portela.
Number 32, Jairus Richards.
Jairus Richards struck out his first time. Was the first strikeout for Portela. He now bats with Martinez at first and 2 out. There's an old saying, 2 out walks will kill ya. Portela. And they've got Martinez picked off. The throw over to first. Martinez will try to get into a rundown. Phillips now to DeJesus. And DeJesus will try to apply a tag, and they'll say that they got him on the foot. As Martinez was about to dive toward first. In fact, he was diving. And DeJesus reached down in front of him and applied the tag right on Martinez's back foot. Score it. A pickoff. Caught stealing. 1-3-6 to end the inning. We head to the top of the 4th. Otters scoreless with 1 hit, no errors. Just a man left on through 3. And for the Thunderbolts, 2 left on to the tune of 1 base hit. No runs, no errors for them either. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
CenterPoint Energy's newest generation of safe, efficient energy includes capturing and harnessing the natural power of pure sunshine. We are increasing solar in our balanced and reliable energy mix as we power our region with more clean, renewable energy. We're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business while reducing carbon emissions and helping create a cleaner environment. It's just a little something for your smart energy future.
It's deja vu all over again. Top of the 4th inning, 0-0 ball game. Andy DeJesus bats, facing Tyler Thornton. Pitchers due early from Mozinga Field. First pitch fastball misses low and away. The Otters last night, they were held to 1 base runner through their first 3 innings. Then second time through, they managed to put up 3 in the top of the 4th. The Otters, they've had just 1 hit through their first 3 innings in tonight's ball game. As the 1-0 fastball is high, they're hoping that it really is deja vu all over again. They can scratch across what would be the first run of the ball game. Andy DeJesus, he grounded out to third his first time up. On a bunt attempt, the 2-0 is taken high out towards shallow right. Dan Robinson coming in, he reaches 1 glove up and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 45, J.R. Davis.
Tyler Thornton comes off something of a drubbing against the Schaumburg Boomers at home last Friday, July 30th, which he gave up 6 runs on 8 hits over 6 innings. The runs were given up early, but he settled down to be able to work through 6. J.R. Davis bats. First pitch to him. Little cutter that misses outside to Davis. Davis grounded out to second his first time up. Otters second baseman who came in with the 7th best batting average in the Frontier League. The 1-0. Just upstairs. Davis got his swing started. Able to hold up at 89. Davis, the former Oklahoma State University Cowboy, as the 2-0 is in there for a strike, 2-1. Going up against the former Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldog, Tyler Thornton. Another grounder to second. Charging in is Williams. Has it around letter high, off to his left, and he throws out Davis at first. 2 up, 2 down for Tyler Thornton.
Third baseman, number 12, Riley Crane.
Thornton has now retired 8 Otters in a row. Riley Crane, who doubled his first time up, will look to change that. Hit a hard screamer to Donovan Williams that the Thunderbolts second baseman couldn't quite handle. First pitch breaking ball is a called strike. Slider at 83. Inside part of the plate. Called a strike on Crane. The wind, the 0-1. Just able to foul off 85 there as he tips it to the backstop. Crane down on the count 0-2. Turns to say something to home plate umpire August Farwick. With a big smile on his face. One of the most affable ball players you'll find in professional baseball, Riley Crane. The 0-2 with 2 out. Up and in, and Crane bends out of the way. Fastball coming in hot from Thornton. That's Tyler Thornton on the mound. 1-2. Swing and a miss. At the change from Thornton. 1-2-3 go the Otters in. The top of the 4th, Tyler Thornton, he's now set down 9 in a row, and he's got 4 strikeouts. We're to the bottom of the 4th. 0-0 our score. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
Bottom of the fourth inning from Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois, just south of Chicago. Jairus Richards standing in against Polo Portela. Richards was at the plate when Bryn Martinez was picked off first. And the first pitch to Richards here in his pseudo third at bat, you could call it. This is outside, 1-0. Polo Portela has limited the Thunderbolts as the 1-0 is lifted up towards shallow left. Andy DeJesus back, calling off Andrew Penner. He makes the catch with one glove, one hand. 2 pitches, 1 out. As Portela has limited the Thunderbolts to just 1 hit, now through 3 1/3. Dan Robinson, who walked his first time, will stand in. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live, and happy Baseball Broadcasting Day. Did you get me a card? Well, if not, no worries. It's not a story that gets told often, but it's a good one. As the first pitch to Dan Robinson is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. It was on this day 100 years ago, back in 1921, August 5th, that the very first baseball broadcast was aired live to anybody. That time over radio. No one had ever done a live broadcast of a baseball game before on any medium. And it was Harold Arlen at Pittsburgh's Forbes Field over KDKA as the 0-2 is cut on and missed. On 3 pitches, down goes Dan Robertson for the second out of the fourth. 6th K for Polo Portela. Where in a matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and Pittsburgh Pirates, Arlen brought a makeshift microphone down into the stands behind home. And for the first time ever, on a limited airwave station, brought play-by-play baseball to anybody listening. KDKA at the time, which, if you're interested in a little radio sports facts, was the first commercial radio station in the country, was owned by Westinghouse. And ahead of the game as the 1-1 is taken out toward shallow left center once more. Miles Gordon racing in. He calls everybody off and makes the catch. Westinghouse ahead of the game, just to wrap it up, handed out little radios to many of its employees just so people who live near Forbes Field could tune in and listen. So, happy Baseball Broadcasting Day. Might touch that story a little bit later if you're curious. 100 years ago, baseball first broadcast on the airwaves. Well, you're listening to Frontier League Baseball over the internet. The Otters and Thunderbolts scoreless through 4. Just 1 hit for either side. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Every 6 minutes, a utility line is damaged due to reckless digging. So Indiana relies on these 811 superheroes. Derek the Builder.
I dig for a living, but I always contact 811.
Mary the Gardener.
Before I plant a tree, I contact 811.
And Mike the Contractor.
I contact 811 before I do my work.
Prevent damage or injury. Call 811 anytime or go online 811now.com. This message is sponsored by the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission and this station.
If you're looking for a liquor store in Evansville, look no further than Liquor Locker. The Liquor Locker has the best selection at the best prices, including the largest craft beer and bourbon selection in the area. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the beer, wine, and liquor you need for any occasion. And check out the fine selection of cigars at all Liquor Locker stores. Liquor Locker is now open Sundays 12 to 8 p.m. and offers citywide delivery. Visit one of our 10 conveniently located stores in the Evansville area today. There is always something for everyone at the Liquor Locker.
Top 5 at Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois. The Evansville Otters and Windy City Thunderbolts. They're tied 0-0. Tyler Thornton and Polo Portela have limited the opposition to 1 hit apiece. Elijah McNamee will try to get something started for the Otters. He'll be followed by Dakota Phillips and Jose Pujols, 5, 6, and 7. For the River Rats Ball Club, McNamee, he reached his first time on a 1-5 fielder's choice. Comebacker he hit to Tyler Thornton, who has retired 9 Otters in a row. The line, the first pitch. Breaking ball is low and away. 1-0. On the former Mississippi State Bulldog, Elijah McNamee. Tyler Thornton had a fine 2019 season. Ground ball to the left side and through. Elijah McNamee will lead off the top of the 5th inning with a base hit. Able to take a Tyler Thornton slider, catch some barrel, and just roll it into left for a base hit. Second of the game for the Otters. They've had just one base runner to this point. Elijah McNamee, their second. Dakota Phillips. Hot shot to third as last time. First pitch. There's a fastball for a strike outside part of the plate. Thornton. Against the Otters lefties, he has been peppering that outside edge. Doesn't want to give them anything they can pull. Throw over to first. Pretty good hitter's yard. 330 down the lines. Over 400 into the little notch out in the left center. 0-1. Fastball misses away. Hitter's eye here. Behind center field, there's a camera that gives the Frontier League live broadcast a shot behind center, another throw over. McNamee just able to dive back safely, but the rest of the batter's eye is covered in what looks like a bunch of black tarping. Almost like a bunch of garbage bags. Funny sight, the 1-1. That's also off the plate. Phillips, the second-year Otter, going up against Thornton, the second-year Thunderbolt. McNamee off first with nobody out. Good hitters count for Phillips. Here comes the 2-1. Up and in, almost gets a piece of the Otters' first baseman, Phillips. Thornton set at the letters. And the 3-1 in there. 88. Phillips, second on the club with 8 home runs. Here comes the payoff pitch. That misses outside for ball 4. That will put runners at first and second with nobody down in the top of the 5th inning. Good AB from Dakota Phillips.
Designated hitter number 10, Jose Pujols.
Jose Pujols is 0 for 1. Managed to take Thornton to a full count, but struck out on a high fastball to end the Otters' half of the second. Pujols, the former MVP of the Florida State League back in 2018. First pitch to him is a hard hit ground ball off the glove of the diving second baseman Williams. It trickles away and he tries a little backhand toss that won't be in time at the first base bag. Jose Phillips is aboard with a base hit as the bases are now loaded. However, Donovan Williams just saved a run. Maybe to get a little leather on that baseball. Infield will all come into the mound here. Talk over how they're going to play this. Top of the 5th inning, nobody out. Elijah McNamee at third, Phillips at second, and Pujols off of first as Michael Gangwish stands in. Gangwish, who struck out in his last at-bat, just the second time he's done so through 22 ABs. Right side of the infield playing in against the left-handed hitter Gangwish. Left side back. First pitch to Gangwish. Lifts it off to the left out of play. Now if the shortstop Martinez gets a ground ball to his left, I don't know what he's supposed to do other than take it to the bag himself, which you would think would not leave him enough time to turn 2. Shading closer, now the 0-1. That's skipped in the turf in front of home. Good block by Peyton Isaacson. Otters looking to scratch across the first run of the ball game. Bases are loaded, nobody out. The 1-1 to Gangwish. Hard ground ball, foul. First base side. Karam's off the wall and trickles out toward the Otters bullpen. Gangwish now down in the count, 1-2. Bases loaded, 1-2 offering. And it's taken out toward right. Robinson, about medium depth. McNamee from third. The throw will go toward home, and it's offline. The Otters take a 1-0 lead in the top of the 5th on the Michael Gangwish sacrifice fly to right. Great job by Gangwish on the 1-2 count, not only to put something in play, but put something in the air. McNamee with good speed. Anything to medium depth to the outfield was likely to score him. That's exactly what happened. Otters taking the first lead of this ball game in the top of the 5th. Now it's Andrew Penner's turn. They'll throw over to third just to check and see if McNamee left early. August Farwig puts an end to the attempt. Gangwish, by the way, picks up his second Otters RBI. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Throw behind the runner at second, and no dice as Phillips is able to get a right hand back in there. Donovan Williams, second baseman, creeping in. Almost had Phillips. Now the first pitch to Penner. Bounced in the turf. But Peyton Isaacson is able to keep the baseball right around him. So Phillips, who had taken an aggressive step toward third, will break it down and head back to second. Now the 1-0 to Penner. Below the knees. 87 Otters, they're up 1-0 in the top of the 5th. Hoping to add to it and give a little cushion to Polo Portela. who has limited the Thunderbolts to 1 hit through 4. Hard hit ground ball to first, off the glove of the first baseman, Weishire. Out into foul territory. By the time he throws to the pitcher, Thornton covering. Andrew Penner's going to be safe, and it goes as an error on Weishire. The bases are loaded again. Hard hit ground ball to Weishire's left. The right-handed throwing Weishire had the ball on his glove side, and nothing you can say other than it just ate up the Thunderbolts' first baseman. Bases loaded following the error for Miles Gordon. First pitch, below the knees, 1-0. Phillips at third, Pujols at second, and Penner over at first. Infield drawn in. Miles Gordon, he grounded out to second his last time, overall 0 for 2. Here's the 1-0. A little ahead on an off-speed pitch, 83 from Thornton. Right around the knees. Now 1-1 on the Otters center fielder Gordon. One to the plate. Able to drop a split-fingered fastball in there. Works like a change at 85. Gordon will see what he can do with a 1-2 count. Bases loaded. Trying to get a ball past the infield. Here's the 1-2. And he ropes it foul. Pulled out of play, right field side. Miles Gordon, the big speed threat, he finds a gap. He could be forcing those bases clear. The 1-2 is grounded foul at the plate. The outfielders, by the way, playing about medium depth. So it looks like Dan Robinson, the right fielder, has just taken a few steps back. Center fielder Jairus Richards seems to be playing somewhat shallow, trying for a play at home. Shallow fly ball. 1-2. Grounded foul over toward the Otters dugout. Another 1-2 and another ground ball foul. This time right at the Otters dugout. Second time the Otters have loaded the bases in the inning. Michael Gangwish was able to take a 1-2 pitch out to right for a sac fly. Miles Gordon trying to do something similar. 1-2 is blocked. Good take by Miles Gordon. Count evens up at 2-2. Thornton, he wants the strikeout. Gordon going to do everything he can to at least put it in play. 2-2. And the battle continues. Fouled off to the left. Already 9 pitches seen at this at-bat by Miles Gordon. And we're not even at a full count. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gordon can only battle for so long as the 10th pitch, a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, is the one that gets him. 2 down in the top of the 5th. Bases will remain loaded for Andy DeJesus, who is 0 for 2. Otters with a 1-0 lead in the top of the 5th. Brian Smith, Thunderbolts manager, is on to talk with Tyler Thornton. Almost wonder what they could be talking over. Relaying, I suppose, how they want Thornton to attack DeJesus. The former Gary South Shore Railcat. Facing Tyler Thornton. First pitch. Lifted off to the left, out of play. DeJesus, this is just his second at-bat this season with the bases loaded, but with runners on, he's hitting .327 on the season. With runners in scoring position, .406, and with runners in scoring position with 2 out, .444. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 89, that came in toward his hands. 0-2 now on DeJesus. Thornton trying to leave him loaded. Dakota Phillips at third. Jose Pujols at second. Andrew Penner at first. Otters with a 1-0 lead, 2 out. Thornton set the 0-2. And that misses low and in. Bases loaded, the 1-2 is taken out toward the corner and right, but this is hooking foul. Well struck by DeJesus, just a tad out in front. DeJesus, he knows the greater Chicago area well. Played 4 seasons with the Gary South Shore Railcats. His best coming in 2018 when he hit .290 through 78 games. He's got the bases loaded now with 2 out. Time call at the plate. With 2 out, another 1-2. Swing and a miss, and a pitch in the dirt. And Peyton Robertson. Isaacson, that is, the catcher, not Peyton Robertson, the third baseman, will not even have to tag out DeJesus as he gives himself up. The Otters do scratch a run across, however, as Michael Gingrich hits a sacrifice fly to right. That gives them a 1-0 lead. We've played half. Otters up 1, Thunderbolts nothing. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Every 6 minutes, a utility line is damaged due to reckless digging. So Indiana relies on these 811 superheroes. Derek the Builder.
I dig for a living, but I always contact 811.
Mary the Gardener.
Before I plant a tree, I contact 811.
And Mike the Contractor.
I contact 811 before I do my work.
Prevent damage or injury. Call 811 anytime or go online 811now.com. This message is sponsored by the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission and this station.
If you're looking for a liquor store in Evansville, look no further than Liquor Locker. The Liquor Locker has the best selection at the best prices, including the largest craft beer and bourbon selection in the area. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the beer, wine, and liquor you need for any occasion. And check out the fine selection of cigars at all Liquor Locker stores. Liquor Locker is now open Sundays 12 to 8 p.m. and offers citywide delivery. Visit one of our 10 conveniently located stores in the Evansville area today. There is always something for everyone at the Liquor Locker.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Otters with a 1-0 lead. The first pitch to Zach Rakusin misses low. 1-0. Otters able to scratch across the first tally of the game when Michael Gangwish, the sacrifice fly to right. 1-0 slider. Misses away. 2-0 now on Zach Rakusin, who flied out to left his first time up. Otters, Thunderbolts, they're meeting for the 9th time this season. 2-0, little half swing, fouled toward the Otters dugout, 2-1. A lot of history, these two clubs who've spent over 20 years in the Frontier League together. Thunderbolts, who were the Cook County Cheetahs in 1999. Ground ball to third, picked by Riley Crane, throw on the run. The out is made, a nice play by Crane over at the hot corner. One down in the bottom of the fifth. Then in 2000, the Thunderbolts transferred over to the Frontier League and became, as they are today, the Windy City Thunderbolts. Took residence in this ballpark then. Since then, they've had a handful of ball players go on to the major leagues. The Otters and the Thunderbolts, they share a big leaguer, a Showtime alumni, as the first pitch to Donovan Williams misses outside, 1-0. That is Andrew Werner, former left-handed reliever, San Diego Padres, as the 1-0 is taken out into the right center field gap, but Miles Gordon is there. Reaches a glove down to about belt high in the right center field gap and makes the catch for the second out. Most recent Windy City Thunderbolts alumni to make it to the big leagues came in mid-May when Tommy Nance made his big league debut for the Chicago Cubs. The 30-year-old reliever who spent a little over a month with the Cubbies at an ERA over 5. First pitch to Peyton Isaacson is lifted out to left. Andrew Penner going back, continuing to backpedal. He makes the catch just shy of the track for the final out of the fifth inning. It's another 1-2-3 for Polo Portela. He's set down 6 in a row, and he puts up a shutdown frame after the Otters scored 1 in the top of the fifth. They lead it 1-0. Top 6 on its way. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
J.R. Davis leads off the top of the 6th inning. Otters up 1-0. Facing Tyler Thornton still. First pitch. Swinging, he fouls it back over the netting. Out to the main concourse, 0-1. Out toward, they've got a little boxing ring set up. Behind home, off to the right. It's wrestling night at the ballpark. After the game, they're going to have some WWE-style wrestling. As the 0-1 is fouled off. Neat little promotion. Last night it was bingo. Tonight it's wrestling. Don't think you have the same kind of crowd participating in both of those events, but I've been wrong before. J.R. Davis is 0 for 2. Couple of ground balls to second. Now the 0-2 to him. Breaking ball. Cut on and miss. J.R. Davis tried to evade the tag of Peyton Isaacson. But the throw down to first will complete the strikeout anyway. 3 strikeouts in a row for Tyler Thornton. Riley Crane 1 for 2. Doubled in the second. Crane, a lot of fond memories of this ballpark. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. It was here that Riley Crane hit his first professional home run. Crane, who is already established as the 1-0 is cut on and missed. A new career high in homers. One. Another change as Crane fooled a bit. Skips in the dirt as he swings through it, 1-2. Crane hit his first professional home run on June 28, 2017 here at Azinga Field. And then he went ahead and hit a second. One of the wild thing about that day, it was his birthday to boot. The 1-2 is grounded foul toward the Otters dugout. That's right, Riley Crane hit his first professional home run on his birthday in 2017. And then he went ahead and made it a multi-homer game too. I would say that made for a pretty good birthday. The wind, another 1-2. And it's cut on and missed. In and out of the glove, the catcher Isaacson. Riley Crane, he was trying not to give himself up, hoping that home plate umpire August Farwig might have thought it was a foul ball, but Farwig not fooled, and Isaacson applies the tag for the strikeout. That's Tyler Thornton's 8th. And now 4th in a row. Elijah McNamee will look to break up that string. He singled an inning ago in the 5th. First pitch slider misses away from Thornton. Otters, they entered play 3 games up on the Florence Yalls in first place in the West Division. The Yalls leading the Boomers in the bottom of the 8th at Yalls Ballpark, 8-4. 1-0 breaking ball is in there. 1-1, so should that score hold, the Otters would need to take tonight's rubber match to keep that 3-game lead on the Florence Ball Club. 1-1. Wave and a miss. Another slider from Thornton. Seems to be the pitch he's favoring. Now as we approach the later innings. One, two. Foul pop right side. First baseman Weishire will run out of room as it's back about 3 rows of chairs up the right field line. 1-2. Other scores in the West Division, the Gateway Grizzlies leading the Southern Illinois Miners 2-1. And if you're curious about the best record in the Frontier League, well, the Sussex County Miners, they're falling to the Washington Wild Things 6-3. 1-2 is high. Otters entered today a game and a half up on the Miners for the best record in the Frontier League. And with a win, the Otters would be the first Frontier League club to 40 wins. 2-2 with 2 out. High chopper to third. Playing it on a hop is Robertson. Throw to first. In time to get McNamee. 1-2-3 go the Otters in the top of the 6th. Tyler Thornton able to put down a 0 after the Otters scratched across their first run in the top of the 5th. 1-0 is the score. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
Fix up your home with Heritage. Our home improvement financing options can help you change your home now and pay for it over time. Upgrade your home. Make home repairs. Remodel a kitchen. Build a new deck. Add a new room. Remodel your bath. Update appliances. Whether it's a small weekend project or a large renovation, Heritage Federal Credit Union can help you finance your improvements today. Fix up your home with Heritage.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
First pitch to Zach Taylor is a strike on the outside part of the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taylor, Robertson, and Martinez facing Polo Portela, who has held the Thunderbolts as the 0-1 is cut on and missed. Another breaking ball, another strike, 0-2 to just one hit through their first 5 trips at plate. 1-0 the score. The 0-2 lifted left side, might be playable. Made it Jesus over. Nope, they're going to run out of room. As the Jesus, Penner, and Crane, the Otters shortstop, left fielder, and third baseman, all had a look. Taylor is 0 for 1. He popped out to Riley Crane his first time, the former 25th round pick of the Chicago Cubs back in 2019, out of the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana. That was his senior year there. His junior year, he was drafted by the Twins as the 1-2 is cut on and missed. Another strikeout for Polo Portela, 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. That is his 7th strikeout. Braden Scott, a night ago, had 12 Ks for the Otters. Portela has 7 through 5 1/3. First pitch slider misses inside. Might call it a slurve. Peyton Robertson is 1 for 2. Has his ball club's only hit. 1-0 foul back. And guess when that hit came? Back in the bottom of the first inning, leading off the Thunderbolts' day at the plate. Funny how that works, doesn't it? 1-1 breaking ball, just able to barely tap it. Fouls it to the backstop. 1-2 now. Portela looking for his 8th strikeout. The wind, the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball that came into his kitchen. Robertson, a late decision to swing. Had to, though, and now Portela has 8 strikeouts. Here is Bryn Martinez. First pitch he sees. He pops up to the left and out of play onto the upper deck on the left side. The asymmetrical ballpark here at Ozinga Field off the left field line. There is a 2-tiered concourse. Main concourse on the first level and seating above it upstairs. And on the right side, just one level of fans with a Michelob Ultra party deck behind the first base box seats. Now the 0-1 to Martinez, and it's lined to second. Past the glove of the second baseman, J.R. Davis. Sliding stop by Elijah McNamee, and it gets past him all the way to the wall. Bryn Martinez is now at third with the Windy City Thunderbolts' second hit of the ball game. It's a triple for them. Now the tying run just 90 feet away from home. 90 wee away. A wee 90 feet away. Jairus Richards. He's 0 for 2. 2 out in the inning. Crane playing in. First pitch, off speed, just a touch outside. Richards popped out to short his last time to Andy DeJesus and struck out in his first AB in the first. 1-0. Another off speed once more. Low and away. Bryn Martinez, with that triple, he's now batting 3 for 9 in the series. 2-0. And it's hit out towards center. Gordon going back, giving it a long run, reaches a glove up, and he makes the catch on the run. Miles Gordon is able to grab a read and grab a baseball for the final out of the 6th as Polo Portela is able to preserve the Otters' slim 1-0 lead. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
Welcome back to Crestwood, Illinois. Azinga Field, top of the 7th inning. Otters with a 1-0 lead. They're looking for a little insurance. They'll turn things over to Dakota Phillips, Jose Pujols, and Michael Gangwish. Trying to solve the riddle, that is Tyler Thornton. He's held the Otters to just 3 hits through their first 6 turns at plate. Able to scratch across just 1 run. In the top of the 5th, Dakota Phillips walked in that inning. Here's the wind, the first pitch from Thornton. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate. He goes with the backdoor breaking ball. The slider at 83. Phillips 0 for 1. Also hit a hard ground ball to third. 0-1. Smacks it right back to the netting, 0-2. Baseball comes back out toward the pitcher's mound. Thornton to retrieve it and toss to a bat boy. It's been a pitcher's duel through the first 6 innings. Here comes the 0-2. Phillips didn't want to offer the pitch in the dirt, but August Farwig says yes, he did. Check swing called. A full swing in Farwig's eyes. There is the 9th strikeout for Tyler Thornton. Tyler Thornton, want them biscuits. And the mustard. Jose Pujols, he stands in now, had a base hit his last time. First pitch, low and in. Jose Pujols, who spent time with the Phillies' AA affiliate in Reading, the Fightin' Phils. There's the 1-0 right on that fastball. He fouls it back to the netting, 1-1. Back in 2018, Pujols played 26 games to close out the season with the Fightin' Phils. Same year he won that Player of the Year award with the Clearwater Threshers. 1-1 is a called strike on Pujols. 1-2. Pujols, he also demonstrated a strong arm in that MVP caliber season back in 2018 in the Florida State League, when he led Florida State League with 11 outfield assists. As the 1-2 is a called strike, Jose Pujols disagrees. He said it was up and away. But he's not going to win that battle, as there are 2 up, 2 down, and 2 strikeouts for Tyler Thornton, who has K'd 10. Top of the 7th, 1-0 score. Michael Gangwish has collected the only ribby for either side today when he hit a sacrifice fly to right fielder Dan Robinson in the top of the 5th. You ever seen the movie Meet the Robinsons? Saw it when I was a younger kid. The first pitch low and in. 1-0. In my mind, I'd consider that one a baseball movie. It opens with some baseball, I think. 1-0 is a fly ball to left. Over to his right is Zach Rakusin. He makes the catch for the final out of the Otters half of the 7th. They go down 1-2-3. 8 in a row. Tyler Thornton has sat down as he has struck out an even 10. Stretch time here at Azinga Field. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network as they've got a 1-0 lead on YouTube Live.
Every 6 minutes, a utility line is damaged due to reckless digging. So Indiana relies on these 811 superheroes. Derek the Builder.
I dig for a living, but I always contact 811.
Mary the Gardener.
Before I plant a tree, I contact 811.
And Mike the Contractor.
I contact 811 before I do my work.
Prevent damage or injury. Call 811 anytime or go online 811now.com. This message is sponsored by the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission and this station.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's. Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
Dan Robinson bats in the bottom of the 7th inning. Otters with a 1-0 lead. Polo Portela has allowed just 2 hits through 6 innings of work. First pitch, slurve. Missed inside apparently, 1-0. Dan Robinson cleaning things up tonight for the Windy City Thunderbolts. He's 0 for 1. And the 1-0 fastball is on the outside edge for a strike, 1-1. Robinson, he'll take a moment to step out, readjust his batting gloves. 1-1. Otters after tonight, they'll be traveling to Avon, Ohio for the first time this season, just west of Cleveland. As the 1-1 is lifted, out of play to the left. Riley Crane, the Otters' third baseman, a long look over. Otters going to square off against those Lake Erie Crushers, the Grape Smashers, for the first time since the earliest days of this 2021 regular season. Lake Erie came to town in the Otters' first homestand of the season, opening up the month of June. As the 1-2 misses away. Otters took 2 of 3 from the Crushers at home. The 2-2 is fouled back to the netting. You know what? Don't let me shortchange them. I was just trying to be modest on their behalf. Probably a little jealous they're playing so well. The 2-2. That misses just below the knees. They'll appeal down to the third base umpire, Keith Rogowski, but no swing. They swept the Crushers at home, including a Thursday doubleheader. Now the 3-2. Fouls it back to the netting. It's the top rung of the backstop. Robinson, back in 2018, played with the Ogden Raptors as he hits this one high. Foul ground, right side, and approaching the Otters bullpen, Elijah McNamee, Dakota Phillips, and second baseman J.R. Davis were all racing toward and almost crashing into the Otters bullpen. The ball falls just in front of them. Harmlessly is a foul ball, 3-2. Well, Robinson, anyway, In 2018, in the Dodger system, he was playing alongside two former Otters. Played ball with Evansville this season. 3-2, a half swing. Grounded out toward Davis. Has it around his belt. Throw on to first. One down. Justin Lewis and Vinny Santar-Sierra. All three played together. The Ogden Raptors in 2018. Justin Lewis, who had the first of those three wins against the Lake Erie Crushers back at home in early June. One down in the bottom of the seventh. Rob Weishire is 0 for 2. He flied out to center his last time up. The wind, the first pitch. Slider is fouled off over the netting. Out of play, back into the right. Playing ball in Crestwood, Illinois. There is one former major leaguer who can call himself a Crestwood native. That would be Ron Mahey. As the 1-1 breaking ball is foul tipped into the catcher Michael Gangwish's mitt. Ron Mahey, the long-time reliever, played just shy of 15 seasons in the big leagues. As the 1-2 slurve misses just below the knees, 2-2. Spent time with the Red Sox, the Cubs, Rangers. Had a long big league career. 2-2, fastball low and in. Not missing a whole lot, but Portela perhaps trying to be a little too fine. Looking for his 9th K. 3-2, little dribbler out toward Portela. Throw a little high to Phillips, and he's able to get his foot out of the way as he pulls it down and makes the out at first. 1-3. That baseball had a lot of English on it. Cued a little ways up the line at first. Either way, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Portela, who went 7 his last time, first pitch low and in to Zach Rakusin. In an abbreviated complete game. Game 1 of the doubleheader against the Southern Illinois Miners last Saturday. 1-0. Is chopped foul up the third baseline. Polo Portela also limited his opponents to just 2 hits in that one. So now looking at back-to-back starts where through the first 7 innings, Polo Portela has given up just 2 hits if he can get this final out here. Portela facing the dispersal draft pickup out of the Ottawa Titans. 1-1. Slurve misses away. 2-1. Two ball, 1 strike pitch. That misses inside. Looked like a fastball, perhaps, from Portela. And here is a fly ball to right on the 3-1. McNamee underneath. He makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Windy City Thunderbolts. Just 2 hits allowed as Polo Portela blanks the T-Bolts through 7. Marco, we get to the top of the 8th. Otters with a 1-0 lead.
CenterPoint Energy's newest generation of safe, efficient energy includes capturing and harnessing the natural power of pure sunshine. We are increasing solar in our balanced and reliable energy mix as we power our region with more clean, renewable energy. We're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business while reducing carbon emissions and helping create a cleaner environment. It's just a little something for your smart energy future.
First pitch to Andrew Penner in the top of the 8th inning is up and in. Neil Abatiello, left-hander out of the Whitney City ThunderBolts bullpen, relieving Tyler Thornton. Now the 1-0 to Penner. That misses low, 2-0. Penner, Gordon, and DeJesus to bat. Against the left-hander Abatiello, the 6'1 southpaw. 24 years old, out of Wagner College, the North Salem, New York native. As the 2-0 misses low and in. Relieving Tyler Thornton, who was brilliant with a capital B. Here comes the 3-0. And that misses low for ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk out of the pen to Andrew Penner. Whoa. Tyler Thornton went 7 innings. Allowed just 3 hits. He struck out 10 Otters while issuing just 1 walk. Only 1 run charged to his name. The Otters with a 1-0 lead. Miles Gordon now bats. See how they'll play this here. Good speed of Gordon. Up a run. First pitch fastball up and in to Gordon. Abatiello. He enters with a 1-4 record out of the pen, making his 19th appearance. 17th in relief. The 1-0 fastball is there, 1-1. 3.74 his earned run average through 33 2/3 innings of work. 41 strikeouts, 21 walks, and 29 base hits. One. Shows bunt, bunts it back toward the pitcher. Abatiello will throw to second to 1. It's a low throw, not in time to even think about throwing it toward first and trying to get Gordon. It'll go as a 1-6 fielder's choice. Not a bad idea there. Not a lot of offense to speak of, and that might be an understatement. Just trying to get something going. 1 down in the top of the 8th inning. Andy DeJesus is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time. DeJesus has put together a little hitting streak of late. Gordon is back as DeJesus has collected a base knock in each of his last 7 games. Hoping to extend it to 8 here. Could be his last chance. First pitch to DeJesus. There's a fastball up and away, 1-0. DeJesus, the RBI base hit last time. Now being asked to turn around and swing it from the right side against the lefty Abatiello. Otters switch hitting shortstop. The 1-0 foul back. Now I've got a question for you. Why is it that in the Frontier League we come across so many switch hitting shortstops? Not a switch hitting third baseman or a switch hitting center fielder. For whatever reason, the shortstop position just attracts so many switch hitters. What's up with that? Not complaining. The 1-1 is there for a strike, 1-2. Just interested. Believe the wrestlers for tonight's performance are all in the press box next to us. To our right, and they're all like getting dressed in their wrestling duds. I was wondering who everybody was in the press box to the right, and they're tonight's wrestlers. Kind of disappointed we're going to Avon before getting a chance to watch the post-game festivities. That's going to be hilarious. Here's the 1-2. Fastball up and away, 2-2. Otters right now, they're trying to wrestle with some good Thunderbolts pitching. Another throw over to first. Right now in the late innings, they've got the Thunderbolts backed into something of a corner. The 2-2, fisted, looping liner, short hopped by Bryn Martinez. He'll take it to the second base bag for one, then throw on to first, not in time for the double play. It's a fielder's choice, 6 unassisted. I don't know any wrestling terms. Trying to think up some puns here, but I got nothing. Here comes J.R. Davis, batting the runner at first, 2 out. Looking for something of a savage AB.
Yeah, savage at bat. Yeah, the runner goes. The pitch is a called strike inside, but he's safe at the bag. Yeah. Stolen base for DeJesus. Yeah. And you hear something at the World Wrestling Federation. Nobody can steal a bag like Andy DeJesus. Yeah.
Little Randy Macho Man Savage for you. I will spare trying to do a Hulk Hogan. Runner in scoring position, 2 out. Here comes the 0-1 to Davis. And it's a hard hit ground ball. Diving stop by Martinez to his right, but by the time he picks it up, he will have no play at first. He probably saved a run, though, keeping it in the infield. It's a base hit for Davis. He's now 1 for 4. DeJesus now at third. Riley Crane stepping up. Double back in the second. Might have to go over to the press, but just ask for their names. It'd be the greatest thing of all time. Oh, man. You know what would have been hilarious? Here's the first pitch to Crane. He shows bunt. He pushes us up the third base line. He was trying to bunt for a base hit there with 2 out. And it just scoots foul. If every player had submitted before today's game a wrestling moniker, like Randy Macho Man Savage or the Hulk Hogan, like we've got, Riley the Insane Crane stepping to the plate. Oh, 1. Little tapper in front of the mound, in front of home plate. The catcher, Peyton Isaacson, will grab it and throw on to first for the final out of the inning. Neil Abatiello, he's able to work his way out of a 2-out jam, leaving the bases filled up at the corners without surrendering a run. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still a 1-0 ball game. Otters with the lead. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
Polo Portela back out for the 8th. Bottom half, that is. 1-0 the score. He's got a slim lead. First pitch to Donovan Williams. Misses low and away. Donovan Williams, he's 0 for 2. The 1-0 breaking ball is a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-1. Portela, he has limited the Thunderbolts to just 2 hits through his first 7. There's a fly ball into the corner. Foul. Right side, out of play. Looks like Taylor Wright loosens in the Otters bullpen. Here on wrestling night. Not quite an offensive smackdown, far from it. 1-2. High pop, right side, foul ground, Dakota Phillips. Underneath it, he makes the catch. 1 away. It has been a pitcher's duel. More like a boxing match. Here on wrestling night at the ballpark. Sounds like the first slating will be between Jake Painter, who calls himself the back-breaking artist, and Axel Rico, the Puerto Rican sensation. Here comes Peyton Isaacson. Takes a pitch high, 1-0. Got to credit also the SmackDown reference to one Tristan Brown helping out. Here's a one-hopper, speared by J.R. Davis, diving to his right. Oh, but coming out of the glove, he can't get a clean transfer. And it costs himself a spot on ESPN's top 10. Well, if that ball gets into the gap, could easily be extra bases. So a great stop by J.R. Davis. John Seachin will now pinch hit for Zach Taylor. Taylor was 0 for 2. Runner at first, one out. That's the tying run in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch, breaking ball, misses low and away. Seachin is hitting a .169. 10 for 59. Entering this one, though, he does have a couple home runs. 1-0. Another off speed. This time it's fouled back. 1-1. Well, Seachin was announced, but I do believe that Zach Taylor's still in there. Oh, perhaps pinch running. Yes. Aha. 1-1. Calling a strike on the outside part of the plate. Fool me once. Can't get fooled again. For the 1-2, throw over to first. John Seachin is back at the bag. It's my fault for not paying attention. One, two, misses low and away. Zach Taylor, who was 0 for 3 last night, 0 for 2 to this point tonight, struck out his last time against Portela. Another throw over. Again, Seachin is back. Portela is set. Here comes the 2-2. And the breaking ball gets past Michael Gangwish. As it was floating out of the strike zone. It's now a 3-2 count. With a runner in scoring position, the tying run. Pass ball charge to Michael Gangwish. Runner at second, one out, now a full count on Taylor. 3-2, challenge fastball. Fouled off to the right, and that's the right pitch there. Of course, have to force Taylor to put it in play. This could be the last batter for Polo Portela. Another full count offering home. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's a big out, number 2. And the 9th strikeout for Polo Portela. Trying to keep the Otters' slim 1-run lead intact. A base hit could tie it in the bottom of the 8th inning. Seachin at second. Now it's Peyton Robertson. First pitch to him is lined out into the right center field gap. Gordon racing over. He has no play. This will tie the game. It goes all the way to the wall. Robertson around second. He'll be in at third with a game-tying two-out triple in the bottom of the eighth. Here comes Max Peterson, the Otters pitching coach, out of the dugout. Heading to talk with Polo Portela. And he won't even need to signal for Taylor Wright out of the pen. He'll just grab the baseball from his right-hander Portela, who exits in a tie ball game. The go-ahead run at third and two out. Taylor Wright, the reigning Frontier League Rookie of the Year, will try and keep this one tied heading to the ninth. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network, and we return on YouTube Live.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
You live by what's right. It's part of who you are and what drives you to always do more, to give more. At Old National, we get it. We're the bank built on integrity and community. The bank named a world's most ethical company for the last 10 years. The bank that focuses on your financial goals every day. Because your success is everything. And that's why we're here. You live by what's right. And at Old National, we bank by it. Find us at oldnational.com/locations. Member FDIC.
Polo Portela's night is over, though his line is not yet closed. Peyton Robertson at third, two out, tie game in the bottom of the eighth inning. Here comes Taylor Wright. He faces Bryn Martinez, who tripled his last time up. 1-1's the score. Wright relieving Portela. First pitch to Martinez is a breaking pitch on the outside edge for a strike. And a big strike it is, 0-1. Wright coming into this one, making his 23rd appearance, .233, his earned run average. 24 strikeouts through 27 innings of work, 10 walks, and 16 base hits. Here's the 0-1. Wave and a miss. They pull the string on Martinez, and they've got him in an 0-2 hole. Otters led 1-0. Until a batter ago when Peyton Robertson, and here comes a runner for whom they're trying to catch Wright napping, and the plate is good to get him. Peyton Robertson tried to steal home in a tie ball game in the bottom of the eighth, and Taylor Wright would not be caught napping. Might have been the right place. It might have been the right time. We head to the top of the ninth in improbably a tie ball game. 1 run apiece. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live. And I think we've seen it all.
If you're looking for a liquor store in Evansville, look no further than Liquor Locker. The Liquor Locker has the best selection at the best prices, including the largest craft beer and bourbon selection in the area. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the beer, wine, and liquor you need for any occasion. And check out the fine selection of cigars at all Liquor Locker stores. Liquor Locker is now open Sundays 12 to 8 p.m. and offers citywide delivery. Visit one of our 10 conveniently located stores in the Evansville area today. There is always something for everyone at the Liquor Locker.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
Top of the ninth inning, ball game tied at 1. Elijah, big hit McNamee, Dakota Phillips, and Jose Pujols, 5, 6, and 7 for the Otters, having to square off against what looks to be the tall 6'5" right-hander Kyle Johnson. Elijah McNamee, he's 1 for 3. We're here in the top of the ninth inning from Mozingo Field at Crestwood, Illinois. First pitch is bounced in the dirt, 1-0. Improbably, in a 1-1 ball game with some theatrics, bringing the 8th to a conclusion as Peyton Robertson tried to steal home. Well, the ball was still in Taylor Wright's hand. 1-0. This is low and away. I guess that's what you call trying to guess the snap count. Trying to time up Taylor Wright when you thought he was going to be going home. Wouldn't be paying attention to you. Well, it helped the Otters get out of the 8th. The go-ahead run stranded at third. Now the 2-0 to Elijah McNamee. Fastball low and inside. Ryan Brown with you on the Otters digital network. At the press box at Mozingo Field. Otters trying to win the rubber match against the Thunderbolts. Step off here. Kyle Johnson wants his signs again. Relieving Neil Abatiello, who worked a scoreless 8th. 3-0 misses outside. It's a 4-pitch walk to Elijah McNamee. Go-ahead run now stands at first base with nobody out in the top of the ninth. Otters, they're trying to stay 3 games up on the Florence Yalls. Who managed to beat the Boomers. Out at Yalls Ballpark. Otters, the first place club in the West Division. Also trying to be the first team to win 40 games in the Frontier League. Here's Dakota Phillips. Facing Johnson, first pitch. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate. The 92-mile-per-hour fastball is there, 0-1. Johnson enters his 20th game of the year. 443 his earned run average, 1-0 the record. 20 1/3 innings of work, 17 Ks, now 20 walks, 19 hits. 0-1. Fastball misses outside. John Seachin now catching behind home. One to Phillips. Sends out of the strike zone. 1-1 change. Low and away. Cut on and missed. 1-2. Phillips is 0 for 2. He also walked back in the Otters' half of the fifth. Overall, to this point, 1 for 6 with a double in the series. Now the 1-2. That misses away. Count even. Johnson set. 2-2 fouled at the plate. Kyle Johnson, the native of San Diego, California, going up against the Nacogdoches, Texas native, Dakota Phillips. Johnson is set. Another 2-2. Wave and a miss. Phillips down on strikes. The high fastball gets the best of him. One down in the top of the ninth. Jose Pujols is 1 for 3. Had a base hit to load the bases in the top of the fifth inning. Ahead of Michael Gangwish, who drove in the only run scored by the Otters to this point. Here's the first pitch to Pujols. Fastball at the knees, called a strike. Outer third as well. 91, says the radar gun. Oh-1. Behind the fastball. A lively one. 0-2. Kyle Johnson, the former Yankees farmhand and Purdue University product, facing Pujols, the 0-2. And there's another fastball. Pujols late on the swing. Set down on strikes. Now there are 2 gone. Michael Gangwish 0 for 2 outside of that sac fly. That's with a go-ahead run on at first and 2 out. Here's the first pitch. Fastball misses up and away. Gangwish, he has reached base safely in each of his first American Pro games. Trying to keep that streak alive in the top of the ninth. Here's the 1-0. That's below the knees. Gangwish out in front, 2-0. Gangwish facing Johnson. 2-ball, no-strike pitch is roped out toward right. Robinson back, though. He'll have it. And the Otters go scoreless in the top of the ninth. The Windy City Thunderbolts, they will try and walk it off. 1-1 is the score. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
CenterPoint Energy's newest generation of safe, efficient energy includes capturing and harnessing the natural power of pure sunshine. We are increasing solar in our balanced and reliable energy mix as we power our region with more clean, renewable energy. We're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business while reducing carbon emissions and helping create a cleaner environment. It's just a little something for your smart energy future.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
Bryn Martinez was batting in the bottom of the 8th. Now he hits in the bottom of the 9th. Tie game, 1-1's the score. Taylor Wright on the hill. The first pitch is hit out toward right. Elijah McNamee approaching the line. He makes the catch. One pitch, one out. Good start for Taylor Wright, who was set to face Martinez with Peyton Robertson at third and 2 down in the bottom of the 8th, but Robertson tried to steal home on right, and he was thrown out at the plate. Ending that inning, Thunderbolts still a chance to walk it off in the 1-1 game. Here is Jairus Richards, number 3 batter for the Thunderbolts. He's 0 for 3 to this point. Big stolen base threat. Key at bat here in the bottom of the 9th, trying to keep that go-ahead run off of first. Richards has 31 stolen bases on the season. First pitch. There's a strike at 79. 0-1. Off speed from right. The Berwyn, Pennsylvania native. Facing Jairus Richards from Gig Harbor, Washington. 0-1. And that's hit well out towards center. Going back is Gordon. Long run. Does he have a play? Diving out toward the track. He makes the catch. He keeps Jairus Richards not only off of first, but without extra bases for the second out in the bottom of the 9th. Gordon on full run, reaching up, diving, full extension, trying to make the play. And he does so successfully. That is highway robbery by the miles. Back and to his right. If that ball gets down, Richards would have easily been at third with 1 out. Who knows? He might have tried to win the game on an inside the park home run. A huge out, number 2. Now in stands Dan Robinson. Some young fans in town and at the ballpark A wrestling night, they want a 2-out rally. Here's the first pitch to Dan Robinson. It misses low, 1-0. Good-sized crowd on hand here at Ozinga Field. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss from Robinson. Wright offers El Cambio to the Thunderbolts right fielder. Grounded out to second as last time, struck out in the fourth and walked in the first, did Robinson. One. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Might have gone with the slider there. Wright trying to send this to extras. And the international tiebreaker rule. With 2 out in the bottom of the ninth, the 1-2. And it's hit well out toward right. McNamee going to the track, looking up, and it's a walk-off home run for Dan Robinson. A home run to right field that makes it a 2-1 lead and a win in the bottom of the ninth. Robinson, his 6th home run of the year, stuns the Otters in the rubber match. Gatorade is dumped around home. Sunflower seeds go everywhere as Robinson wins it in the bottom of the ninth on the 1-2 pitch. Taylor Wright suffering the loss after the phenomenal play made by Miles Gordon for the second out. Dan Robinson decided he was going to make sure that none of the Otters outfielders could get to that one. The Otters dropping the rubber match. They now fall to 39-23 as the Thunderbolts improve to 26-36. The Otters, they're now 2 games up. The Florence Yalls, who won tonight 8-6 against the Schaumburg Boomers, as the Otters get stunned in the ninth. Dan Robinson, the walk-off home run. As the post-game interview goes on, he is doused with more Gatorade. Evansville Otters will now head to Avon, Ohio to try to pick things up where they left off Wednesday night. A 3-game series against the Lake Erie Crushers, just west of Cleveland. Once again, it's a 2-1 final from Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois, as the Evansville Otters come up just short of sending it to extras. The 2-1 walk-off win for Dan Robinson and the Windy City Thunderbolts. My name is Ryan Brown. Thank you so much for listening. The Otters, they're going to try to get back to it tomorrow. Still a brilliant start for Polo Portela. 7 2/3. Just 3 hits allowed against him. Grand total of 9 strikeouts. He had the hook spit against him. And though the Otters were able to keep it tied and limit the Thunderbolts to just 1 through 8, Windy City's pitching staff was just that much better through 9. We'll be back on the air tomorrow from Lake Erie, Avon, Ohio. The Otters will be sending Austin Gossman to the hill. Gonna pull up that start time real quick. Evansville Otters making their first trip out to Avon. As mentioned, Austin Gossman will toe the rubber. will be a 7:05 start tomorrow against the Otters, Eastern time. So that's a 6:05 Central. First pitch will be on the air at 5:50 with a pregame show. I want to thank you so much for listening and tuning in on the Otters Digital Network. On YouTube Live, the Otters falling just short the walk-off stunning win by Dan Robinson. The 2-1 final in the bottom of the ninth. My name is Ryan Brown. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's chat tomorrow.